What's up, everyone? This is Edric Snow, and once again, joining me today, we have the Clanking Dragon.
Yo, what's up, everybody? We're back again with another episode.
Today, we're going to be discussing and sharing our thoughts on Rhaenyra Triumphant, the third episode of House of the Dragon Season 3.
If you haven't done so already, make sure to check out our latest episode where we go over episode 2.
All right, let's get into it. So, after watching this episode, I'm convinced that HBO kind of set House of the Dragon up for failure because it's clear that Ryan had a vision or his own vision for seasons 2 and 3, and they kind of didn't let him see it through. Because like here we are with the third episode, and it feels like the season premiere. And aside from a few complaints, I think it was a good episode. We basically got like a Rhaenyra POV episode, and I think they did a good job of showing us how like overwhelming and stressful it is to be in a position of power, especially when your hands are tied and you don't really have the power to fix everything at once. What were your initial thoughts on the episode?
Yeah, I mean, so I agree with you. I mean, it did feel like a good intro episode. The thing is, for me, like I wasn't sure if this was the conceptual episode just because of like, is the concept just a Rhaenyra POV because we just were seeing her the entire time. But I liked it. I mean, overall, you know, she's dealing with the day-to-day tedium of having to rule a kingdom and how it's pretty overbearing. You know, you see the lack of sleep that she has, the eye bags, all the things that she's going through. So, I mean, I liked it. I wouldn't say it's like an 8 or a 9 out of 10 or anything like that. There were a couple of things that I didn't like, but I mean, we'll get into it as we go through the episode.
Yeah, that's fair. So this episode starts off at the Reach. We see Daemon and Ormond face off in the middle of a field, and we see Ormond bend the knee and swear fealty to Rhaenyra. And then afterwards, he also gives up his ward, Daeron, as a hostage.
Daeron,
yeah. I think you know how I feel about this, but I'm not really feeling this plotline at all because it just feels forced and unnecessary.
Yeah.
And it's just like a head scratcher for me because there's like moments in every season where House of the Dragon chooses to be messy. And this isn't as bad as like Rhaenyra meeting up with Alicent, but I think it's in the same zip code. Like it just leaves me asking like why.
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree with you. It didn't make much sense to me. I mean, like, what did they have the real Daeron by Tessarion? Like, hey, like, let this kid be near you. Like, don't kill him so that he can just walk by. Also, like, the fact that when Daemon sees Daeron, he doesn't even talk about the dragon. He's not like, hey, bring him, you know, like, he's just like, all right, whatever. Like, Tessarion can stay, you know, we're good. As long as we have you, like, the dragon won't do shit. I feel like that's such like an oversight. I don't know. It
just feels like I think Daemon would be smart enough to notice that Tessarion didn't even react when they took the fake Daeron away. Because at the very least, I think Daemon would send a scout to make sure that Ormond is actually marching back to Old Town. Yeah, I feel like there's just a couple of things where you have to turn a blind eye and just be like, oh, okay, this is happening.
Right.
And I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like there's no need for it. Like when I saw like the preview before that, I just saw like Daemon was in front of like Ormond Hightower's army. I was like, what are you doing over there? Like, where is this going?
From all the possibilities that can come from that scene, like it doesn't, like the ends don't justify the means.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, bro, I don't know. The whole bait and switch, it's like, what are you guys trying to accomplish? And I mean, we'll get into it later in the pod. I mean, the fact that they're already in Tubbleton blows my fucking mind. And we haven't even seen Daeron, like the real Daeron, writing to Tessarion. No Daeron the Daring, unless they're gonna do, you know, save it for next episode. I don't know. My biggest complaint is the pacing. It's always been the pacing with the show. Some things are super fast, and then other things are super slow. I feel like they really got to figure this shit out, but I don't know. I wasn't a fan of the whole, you know, Faerun arc that they got going on.
I mean, I do still have hope for like a proper introduction for Daeron. I mean, the Honeywine, that ship has kind of sailed.
Oh, dude, it's not happening.
They're far away now, but they can still have a Daeron the Daring moment, and I think I still have hope that they'll be able to do it.
Yeah, man. I mean, if they don't do that, like, what is the point of keeping Daeron? Yeah, what's the point of this? And also, what's the point of hiding Daeron? Like, they didn't want to say anything. Like, they didn't want to show him. They tease him. Like, they don't do anything with him. So it's like, this is like a constant feeling of like blue balls with the show where it's like all they do is tease, but it's like, all right, give me something. Like I don't know. That's my 2 cents on it. I don't like it. I mean, I really hope that they do something with Daeron, but if they don't, I mean, fuck it, right? Who cares at this point?
Nah, they definitely will.
I hope so, bro. I don't know. I'm starting to lose faith. The first 3 episodes, they haven't been bad, but it's just like I feel like I expected more, or like I don't know if it's my expectations, or I'm not saying like, oh, I'm a fire and blood purist, because I don't even think you can be a fire and blood purist, because it's a fucking like history book written by like accounts of like a maester, a fool, a septon. Like it's not something that you could really use as like a concrete script or anything like that, but it's like the bones are there. The story is there, and I feel like Ryan and the showrunners are kind of taking their own direction, right? I know the betrayals are going to be different. You know, they're setting Hugh and Ulf up in different ways. I don't know. I we'll see. I don't want to get too negative this early on, but I don't know. Certain things about this episode kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's the end of the world. Like, in my opinion, last episode was probably a top 3 House of the Dragon episode, and the first episode was really good as well. And I don't think this plotline ruins the whole show for me, at least. I mean, you have your own opinions, but
Right.
3 episodes in, I would give this season like probably an 8 out of 10. And if it wasn't for the Daeron plot, it would be a 9 out of 10.
I'm going 7 out of 10 so far from what I've seen. I mean, like I said, it hasn't been bad, dude. But it's like I haven't seen a single battle. All you guys have been showing me is armies marching. I don't give a fuck about that. Like you're just showing me the army, and then nothing happens with the fucking army. Like for me, it doesn't do anything. Like I don't know. Like it's just
that is true, but it would get boring. Like Ryan is damned if he does, damned if he doesn't. Because if we just get a battle every single episode, then that will also feel played out.
Sure.
So it all comes back to HBO like cutting off 2 episodes from season 2.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be having this conversation.
I agree.
They were just 10 episode seasons.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's if we get a battle every episode, it would kind of feel played out as well.
Sure.
So there needs to be kind of like a balance.
I agree, but there hasn't been a battle. Like the Gullet is the only battle that we've seen, right? Which I love the Gullet. It was a great battle. I'm not saying that, you know, a battle is what makes a good episode, but there are certain things that like as a book reader that you want to see, right? And I just want to go back to the last season, the Battle of the Burning Mill. Dude, the Blackwood and Bracken thing is built up in George R. R. Martin's story from like the beginning of time. And we're just going to off screen one of those battles. Like you just see them, they just try each other. And then next thing you know, everybody's dead. Right. Like I didn't like that was off screen. And then I don't know. I feel like the Winter Wolves and the Rivermen should have been shown at least a little bit. I mean, I guess it'll be cool if they do some crazy shit later on in the season. I'll take that, but I don't know. I want a little bit more from them on that end.
I hear you. But on that note, let's move on to King's Landing. So the rest of the episode is basically like a Rhaenyra point of view. And we get to see what it's like in her shoes as she like interacts with everyone at court and like slowly integrates herself into King's Landing. And let's start off with Rhaenyra and Daemon, because that's kind of like the first scene. But yeah, Daemon's loyalty isn't really like a question anymore. But after this episode, you could kind of see that they still see things differently. And one of the things that separates them is their ambition, because Daemon wants to conquer the world and Rhaenyra has her eyes set on Westeros. So where do you see them going from here as far as like their relationship and their dynamic?
Right. I think Daemon needs to kind of take a step back and relax. All right. Like you're talking about the free cities. You're talking about Yeeti. You're talking about the winged men. You know, like, brother, get Westeros under control before you set your sights on the East and the rest of the world. Like right now,
It was that vision, bro.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're not wrong. Like he sees like what everything could be, but it's like, brother, you got 6 kingdoms that you got to take. I like that. I like that he was like, oh, we could go for Dorne. Like, I'm like, okay, cool. You know, they're not just saying that Dorne is part of the fold already. So I like that. But I think again, Daemon, you got to take a step back, brother. The war's not over. Just because you guys are in the Red Keep doesn't mean that like, you know, shit's sweet right now. It's not.
I actually like hearing this from Daemon, because it's always felt like he wanted to chase greatness, and just because he's loyal to Rhaenyra now doesn't mean that he's no longer ambitious.
Right.
and you could see that he's not content with just reigning over Westeros.
Hmm.
And I think it's something that could drive a wedge between them because Rhaenyra is focused on Westeros,
Hmm.
and I think she knows that she's not off to a good start.
Hmm.
And I don't think Damon really cares though. He's a lot more black and white. Like
Yeah.
Rhaenyra is looking for answers to help her, like politically, financially, but Damon's answer to everything is dragons.
Yeah. I
Like
mean,
he literally told her, Aegon the Conqueror had 3 and you have 6, and he's not wrong. I mean, I'm curious to see how Rhaenyra will rein him in as the season progresses.
mhm.
But I think the best thing you could do with someone like Damon is just give him a job. Like send him to the Vale,
Busy
send him to
work.
the Riverlands, keep him occupied. Because if not, he'll have too much time to think. Kind of like last season, he has too much
Yeah.
time to think, and that's when he's more likely to unravel.
Yeah. No, 100% you're right. But I like seeing this side of Damon because he's more confident. I didn't like, not that I didn't like, but obviously, Heron Hall was like sapping the life force out of him and he was like unsure about everything and everything was hazy. But like seeing him and like showing up to Ormond and sassing him up with his dragons, like everything, like I like this side of
Living the
Damon.
dream.
Yeah, like the conqueror version of Damon, where he's like, yeah, we have all these dragons, like let's take over the world. Again, like I said, you got to slow your roll, buddy. Shit's not over, but I do
Yeah.
like to see the confident side of him. I think Matt Smith is doing an amazing job. That guy is 10 out of 10.
Yeah, for sure. I think he was a really good choice to play Damon.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you're right. I do think that it's gonna be a lot of Rhaenyra giving him busy work, so he could kind of like leave her alone or not, do anything reckless.
And I like how he's kind of learned to just give his 2 cents and then leave. Because
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if you noticed, but in that scene when Rhaenyra is like, kind of like trying to ask him to chill, Damon's like, "Is that it, Your Grace?" And then he just leaves.
Yeah.
Like he's not gonna argue. He's not gonna kind of force his way into something. He's just gonna be like, "All right, I gave my 2 cents. I'm out."
Yeah, no, that's very mature of him. Same thing with in the previous episode when Rhaenyra and him were going to King's Landing and Mysaria was telling Rhaenyra like, "Hey, remember which one of us has been loyal?" And he just looks at her and laughs or like smiles, like like normal
Yeah.
Damon would be more like combative or like be like, "Oh, what the fuck are you talking about?" But he's just like, "Yeah, it's fine. I don't care."
Yeah, he's grown.
Yeah. The Heron Haw has matured him a bit.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about Rhaenyra's small council. So, as of right now, her council is Daemon, Mysaria, Corlys, and Orwell. And I actually feel bad for her because this small council is like very limited in terms of what they could do themselves to help her, like
Mhm.
stabilize the realm. Because right now, her biggest problems are food, money, and Vagar. And Daemon has an answer for Vagar, but no one else in the room has an answer for the other two. Like,
Yeah.
there's no Lannister to write the check. There's no Tyrell to bring out the wagons of food.
Yeah.
So Rhaenyra is just like in a dilemma.
Hmm.
So how do you feel about them overall?
Yeah, I mean, look, Mysaria, she has her skills, right? Like the Mistress of Whispers. I mean, when she was just in Flea Bottom, she had agents in the Red Keep. Like she knew about Viserys' death before anybody else did. Because Talia like lit up the candles for her.
And you can see that she's playing her game already.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Team Small Folk.
yeah, so I think the whole fucking small council meeting was her and Damon going back and forth, and Damon is like, bro, fuck these guys, like they're just another mouth to feed. Like in war, everybody suffers. Like we don't have to prioritize them. And Mysaria arguing for the small folk. That's her whole thing. Like, hey, we really got to get the small folk under control. If not, shit's gonna get bad. And
Yeah.
it's just them going back and forth. And then she's like, Corlys, what do you think? And Corlys is like, nah, I mean, it's up to you. You do you, right? Like I defer to you.
And then she's like useless.
Yes, exactly. That was so
They're already
useless.
building up that. We'll talk about it more later, but they were already building up the wedge between them.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, I mean, she has to get that small council in line. I think that's why they showed, like right after that conversation, they showed Torrin Manderly. So he's probably gonna get added there, or I don't know what they're gonna do with him. Also, I think he's too skinny to play a Manderly. But that's just my 2 cents on that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is one of like the weaker councils that we've seen in Game of Thrones. this is like maybe in line with like Tommen's small council. Like
Tommen.
if you really think about it, so Corlys is washed, and what I mean by washed is he no longer has any wealth. His fleet has been decimated at this point. Daemon, he's a dragon lord, but as far as like resources and money, he has none. Mysaria, she could do her thing, but that's not really gonna help Rhaenyra administer the realm, if you know what I mean.
Of course.
And then Orwell is just there. So
bro. She needs Otto Hightower, bro. That's who she needs.
Yeah, she has nothing. Like they left her with nothing.
Yeah, bro. Otto Hightower would have been the perfect addition to that council, bro. He could have put in work. Rest in peace. I'll miss the goat. But
yeah, they need to bring in a Lannister, a Tyrell.
Yeah.
Maybe
Tylan when they find them. When Tylan washes ashore, they're gonna bring him in. But no, I mean Daemon, as far as Daemon goes, I mean, it's like you said, like there are people that are warriors and there are people that are rulers. And Daemon is a warrior.
You want him away from politics.
Yeah, like even Viserys, like he had Rhaenyra Redwine, one of the best knights in the Seven Kingdoms, Lord Commanding the Kingsguard, and he made him the worst hands ever. He's like, yo, like give me that badge back, bro. Go grab a sword. That's the same tip that I think that Daemon falls under. So that's why Rhaenyra is the perfect leader here, but also at the same time, it's like she can't do it all. And I don't know, even in that council scene, she's like, oh, I'm gonna demand tribute from everybody. It's like, that's a terrible idea. What do you mean you're gonna demand tribute from the lords? Yeah, like what are you thinking? Like you're gonna ask everybody for money? It's like they're gonna call you the beggar queen.
Yeah. Speaking of feeding the people and asking for money, so Rhaenyra decided to teach the minor lords a lesson by serving them wrap for dinner and basically seizing the food they have stored for themselves. And she gives it to the common who have been starving ever since Rhaenyra put up the blockade at the gullet. So it's kind of like she created the problem and then she stole from others to solve the problem. So, but do you think it was like smart of her to pull a stunt like this?
No shot, bro. What are you talking about? You're gonna ask noble lords for a tribute, and then you're gonna disrespect them by feeding them rats and trying them for time about, hey, where are you running the food sources dry from the small folk? It's like, okay, I get the point. You want the small folk on your side. There's a lot of them. If they revolt, it's gonna get ugly. But they don't have resources for you. They don't have gold for you. What are you cooking? Like, what are you cooking with that? Like, I don't know. You were cooking rats. Apparently. Yeah, you're cooking rats. That's what you're doing. I don't know.
I think there's a few ways to go about it, and I know that she wanted to send a message and establish a new order, but she probably could have gotten the message across without feeding them rats for dinner. It just feels like too aggressive. It's like you were saying, it's her first day. She's demanding tribute from all the great houses. She's alienating the merchants and the minor lords, and they're just minor lords, and they were definitely wrong for like hoarding food while everyone else starved. But this is the type of thing that will like bite her in the ass one day. And I know for a fact that none of them appreciated it. Like, for example, if they got, a low key raven from Ormond, damn well half of them will be ready to betray Rhaenyra after that dinner.
100%. That's probably the seeds that they're planting right here. Though the same lady that they kept focusing on the entire scene that when she walked in with the rats and everything, she'll probably be involved with some sort of plot with Ormond. Like I wouldn't doubt it. Like there's a reason that they focus on certain people for that,
The shit talking and the pillow talk that happened that night was insane.
100%. But it's like Rhaenyra's pulling that like Robin Hood stunt, steal from the rich and give to the poor. But it's like, dude,
you have to fill every cup, not evenly but appropriately. And she did not. Like she threw the wine out that cup and she poured it all into the small folk, basically.
Yeah, and it's like, good luck. When an army pulls up, I mean, you got your dragons, but when you don't got your dragons, I mean, the small folk, what are they gonna do? They're just gonna run and hide. Like they don't, I don't know, man. Yeah. I don't know. I'm saying like, yeah, it was the morally right thing to do, but politically, that was probably like political suicide,
Yeah, and I think Mysaria probably had a big influence in
Oh,
this
for sure.
because she was in Rhaenyra's ear about the small folk this and the small folk that,
Yeah,
and Rhaenyra probably just ate it all up.
of
So,
course. Yeah, and she hates the noble. She hates nobility. She wants to kind of see them fall. So yeah, who
yeah, and I
knows?
mean, most of the lords around the realm, well, not most, but half, if not a little bit more, didn't want her to be on the throne anyway. So maybe she holds resentment from that as well.
Yeah,
So it's kind of like a double payback.
yeah, yeah. I could see that 100%. But I don't know. She's having a rough start. I'll say that.
Oh yeah, she was having the worst first day at work you could possibly have.
Dude, no sleep, sweating eye bags. She's like, God damn, this job fucking sucks.
This is what I fought for.
This is what my kids died for. God damn.
Yeah. So on that note, let's talk about the scenes between Rhaenyra and Alicent. Because, like we were just saying, ruling is hard, right?
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes when you're stuck, all you need is a little bit of advice from a friend who's maybe done it before.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what Rhaenyra did. Because after seeing the shit show that she inherited, she goes to the one person left in King's Landing who actually has experience dealing with all this.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I think it was a good scene. Well, the second scene, because the first scene they talk about some other stuff, which we can get into. But these lords and ladies, like they carry a heavy burden. Like Alicent had to listen to all these people, like petitions, requests by the hundreds, the thousands. Everyone has their own problems, right?
Right.
But the people in power have to make decisions that affect everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And some people will benefit, some people will suffer.
Mm-hmm.
And like Rhaenyra right now is in that honeymoon stage of denial where she kind of thinks she can make everyone happy and find this like magical version of ruling where no one gets hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously reality is going to slap her in the face. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Rhaenyra got the message.
Yeah, I don't think she has the message just yet. Like you said, she's in that honeymoon stage. Like she's like, no, I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna make shit right. But during the petitions, she was like, let's let the poor people hunt in the Kingswood. And then it's kind of like nobility is like clutching their pearls. Like, what? The Kingswood? You're gonna let the Brokies there? Are you crazy? She's like, wait. No deer, no boar. You guys can like hunt rabbits and shit. And then she's like, well, your forebears would have, they're rolling over in their graves right now, you know? So like you said, she's very much team small folk. We see Sylvie, the sex worker that, that was with Aemon a lot.
Was involved with, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And they do a really good job with the costumes, just because everybody's wearing like gray, like really dark colors, and she stands out. She's wearing like this light blue dress, so like it really stands out. They want you to like notice her.
Yeah, she's just not an NPC.
Yeah, she's not an NPC. Like she's like, oh hey, this is a real character, guys. Please look over here. So I like that. I think they did a good job with that. But yeah, during these petitions, she's like, damn, like kind of like when Aegon was the one sitting there, and he's like,
he was trying to please everyone.
Yeah,
but Otto was like, chill.
Yeah, he's like, oh, we're gonna make your sheep whole. He's like, oh, nobody's gonna know, right? It's like they're trying to do a lot of parallels this season, and how people do things differently. A lot with like Daemon and Aemon and Rhaenyra and Aegon. So
yeah. All right, so let's pivot to the scenes between Corlys and Rhaenyra.
Ooh.
So Corlys has a problem, right? So Laenor isn't coming back, and Lucerys is dead, and the Velaryons, they're on the verge of going extinct unless he can get Alan and Adam legitimized. And so now he's probably thinking there's no way Rhaenyra says no, right? I mean, come on. But anyways, Rhaenyra does in fact reject his offer to legitimize Alan and Adam, at least for the time being. Did you see that coming at all?
So during the dinner, when I saw her kind of like stalling, I was like, oh, she's not gonna do it, right? But yeah, I mean, dude, I'll say this: Corlys is one of my top 3 favorite characters in House of the Dragon. Like, he's a beast. Like, nobody else does it like him, right? And if there's one thing that man is, it's prideful. And if there's one thing he cares about, it's legacy. And all he cares about is his reckless ambition to make the Velaryons, number one. And he was the one who did it. He raised the Velarion's
From
up.
nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, from nothing, and he put that shit on his back, and he doesn't want his line to end with him, and that's 100% reasonable. Also, he just did the whole gullet war for you, and he lost his castle in the process. So
He
it's
lost
like,
everything.
yeah, so like, what do you mean you're not gonna just grant him the favor of not allowing his house to go extinct? Because Joffrey is not a real Velaryon, and while
Neither was Jace. Neither was Luke.
exactly, and while I do think that Corlys was very harsh, like saying, "Hey, you know, Jace lived and died a bastard. All your sons are bastards." Like he went crazy. I did not expect that at all.
But not one lie was told.
Not one lie was told, bro. So again, it was very harsh, but deserved.
I mean, I kind of see both sides of the argument because Rhaenyra does have a point in that she already has a reputation for, like regarding her kids who are bastards themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So she doesn't want to raise too much attention to that topic by suddenly like legitimizing bastards left and right.
Right.
Because I mean, the lords around the realm would probably be like, okay, what the hell is going on over here? Like,
Right.
you're just legitimizing bastards left and right. Because that kind of like, it diminishes the high lords of the realm. But it would kind of be sus, wouldn't you agree? But then, like,
yeah. I mean, especially since they have like the graffiti around the city, like Queen of Bastards. Like she already has that that reputation. So she's like, oh, it's gonna make me look so bad. But then, like to Corlys's point, it's like, okay, you don't want to look bad, but you're a hypocrite, and my house is gonna fucking go extinct. So
yeah, it's like Rhaenyra wants the whole world to accept her sons as legitimate, but all of a sudden she's concerned about what people might think if she legitimized two bastards. I mean, this man literally sacrificed everything just to put her on the throne, and for her to reject him like that just comes off in bad taste. In my opinion. I mean, at one point, House Velaryon was, at least in House of the Dragon, as rich as the Lannisters, right? I think they had said like in season 1.
Yep.
And now he has nothing. Like High Tide has been put to the torch. Half his fleet, if not more, has been decimated. This man lost everything, and you're not gonna grant his one request.
Yeah, and it's not like he's asking you for gold or anything that you don't have. You just got to get a little piece of paper and sign that, hey, yeah, his last name is now Velaryon. Like it would, like he said, it's a simple thing. Like you just got to, do it. At the same time, she has to take into consideration, like, okay, Alan is going to be kind of like running the naval forces with Corlys, right? And then Adam is a dragon rider. He's one of your dragon seeds. Like, why would you not want him happy?
Legitimized.
Yeah, legitimized, but also like
happy.
Yeah, like he should want to serve you. Like if you legitimize him, you change his life at a stroke, right? That you didn't give him the dragon. He got that on his own. So if you give him a reason to kind of be in your debt, it's like, why would you not want that?
Yeah, you can see the look on his face when
yeah, the disappointment.
She asked Ulf and Hugh what they would like to be called, and she just skips Adam and just says, "You are now Adam of Hull." Like,
right.
Sir Adam of Hull. And he just is so disappointed because...
Yeah, he doesn't even get a choice. He's like, hey, this is what you are, brother.
It's like, you sent me to go hunt Vhagar, but I can't get a Sir before my name.
Right.
I mean, I can't get a Velaryon at the end of my name.
Yeah. And it's like, it is true what Corlys says. Like, dude, at the stroke, like you could literally just write on a little piece of parchment and that's it. He's legitimized. So I don't know. Like I said, I do think it was harsh, but no lies were told. So I wonder how they're going to kind of bounce back from this and how their dynamic is going to change moving forward.
Oh, I think from this point forward, Corlys does not mess with Rhaenyra at all.
Yeah, until she's kind of like, okay, I'll do it. Because, dude, they do, like in the books, they are legitimized. So it's like, are they, like, I feel like they're not going to keep them like that. I feel like she's going to have to legitimize them.
Yeah, but I think it might be a little too late by the time she does it.
Yes, but I feel like she will do it anyway, I hope, because Alan Oakenfist, he gains that nickname later, Alan Velaryon, and he does great things. And, I don't know. I just... If they don't legitimize them, that just proves the fact that they don't give a fuck about what happens next with the end of the story and the ending, and they don't really have a thought out plan for that.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think they're gonna go that deep into the aftermath.
Yeah, I guess this is me just having wishful thinking, right? You think that they're just gonna cut it at the hour of the wolf? After that, it's over.
Yeah, like right after that.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. I think that's
kind of what I expected from the beginning. Like, I never expected them to go like 2, 3, 4, 5 years after the dance.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I could see that. I guess we won't see Alan's voyages on screen or anything, but still, it's like, dude, just fucking legitimize them. I don't know. I don't know. I will be upset if the show ends and they're still bastards.
I guess we'll just have to see.
Yeah. Maybe I'm being nitpicky. I don't know. But yeah, so then after that scene, I mean, we have kind of Rhaenyra rushing through the coronation. The whole time she's like, we need to set up tournaments, we need to do these extravagant things in the coronation. And then she realizes that, hey, this is not going to work out. All right, let me just go straight to the source. She goes to the High Septon and tries to get anointed, and he's like, no, where's Aegon's body? I swore that he was the king. And she was like, oh, and he even said that dragons were like blood magic and that nobody wants them, and like, don't make an enemy out of the faith. So
that was in line with his character, though.
Yeah, of course.
Not him specifically, but like the faith.
Yeah, of course. Fuck the faith. But yeah, I mean, bro, every time I see a septon like that, it makes me want, like, it channels my inner Maegor the Cruel, and it's like, bro, let's go burn a sept down. Like, fuck them, let's go. But yeah, I mean, what were your thoughts on the scene?
He's basically like the Pope, right? So his word holds a lot of weight, and especially in the eyes of those who follow the faith. So, naturally, Rhaenyra wanted to be anointed by him, so she could have like another symbol of legitimacy to support her claim. But like you were saying, he refuses to do so because not too long ago he just anointed Aegon. So, and also I kind of feel it kind of is implied that he knows Rhaenyra is lying about him being dead.
Oh, for sure.
Like, no body, no funeral,
no Silent Sisters prepped him. Like, yeah.
Like, so I'm just supposed to go off your word here.
Like, how convenient.
After her reputation, because her reputation around the realm isn't the best about being truthful, and it goes back to her sons being bastards and whatnot.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think he completely called all her BS, and he was like, no, I'm not anointing you.
Yeah.
Like, show me a body, show me a funeral, and then I'll think about it.
Yeah.
Because he is not, like, he has power. He is not like gonna bend that easily,
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. And like I said, it's like Maegor the Cruel, bro, he's gonna come out. Rhaenyra the Cruel is gonna come out if he keeps fucking with her. I don't know. You should just put the oils on her and call it a day. But yeah, I mean, he knows that she's lying. Like you said, like, he probably even knows that Aegon escaped the city, right? Like, I'm sure it's not a secret. I'm sure everybody knows that.
He might know, yeah.
Yeah, he really might know. So, yeah, I mean,
he even says that he's like, "Are you sure that this isn't a mistake?"
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like they're setting up the whole Faith of the Seven and the small folk and all these little factors that are gonna kind of go against Rhaenyra throughout her reign, right? The episode was called Rhaenyra Triumphant, but like, it doesn't feel like triumph right now.
Yeah, I think the title was meant to be a little ironic.
Of course, yeah.
Like, oh, you won. Here's your prize. You have no money, no food, no court. Like,
you did
the
it.
small folk are hungry, but
congrats.
Hey, you got dragons though.
Hey, but you have this big ass castle now. Congrats. But yeah, so just to kind of go back a little bit to the, we were talking about the dragon seeds. I really wanted to talk about the scene, you were talking about Adam of Hole when they're having the knighting ceremony. And she asked them how they want to be styled, and Ulf said Targaryen. And she's like, "Oh God, no! Like, what are you even thinking saying that, right?"
Daemon would have left King's Landing if Rhaenyra legitimized him.
Yeah, bro. There's no way they're getting legitimized, right?
He's like low key a purist.
Oh, Daemon?
Daemon.
Yeah, 100%, bro. He's reading those deep Valyrian books. He's on that Aegon the Conqueror.
He's deep in the lore.
Yeah.
He probably just read a chapter right before that convo with Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
About Valyria and them being gods.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, I mean, is this just more and more of the dragon seeds kind of getting disrespected? Because again, another scene that the dragon seed had is
every
Hugh.
episode.
Yeah, Hugh also was like, "Hey, like I need a house," and then she's like, "Oh yeah, we'll do it. Don't worry, don't worry." And he's like, "Okay, but when my wife is gone, she went to Tumbleton."
Yeah, they're building that up.
Yeah, don't worry, bro. We got you. We got you. Don't worry. We won't forget about you. And then she's gonna get overwhelmed with ruling, and she's gonna keep putting Hugh on the back burner. And then something's eventually gonna happen to his wife, and that's when shit goes left.
I mean, it's kind of like in real life when politicians to win, like they'll promise you all these things, but then when they've already won, it's like, hold up, like I got you, just give me some time. Sometimes it
Mhm.
never comes, sometimes it does, but it's not what you expected. Like that's kind of where she is right now, when she has
Mhm.
like a mob of people like, hey, we need this, hey, we need this hasn't been done yet. You said you were gonna do this, and
Mhm.
Rhaenyra's just tripping out because it's like so much, and it's crazy to think that she lost her son like 2 days ago, and
Mhm.
now she's dealing with all this.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of crazy to think about. And
Yeah.
to top it off, she feels like she's being haunted by the ghost of her father, her mother,
Mhm.
her sons. Like it's
Yeah.
all just like weighing on her.
Yeah. She even sees Jace, when she's walking down the halls and stops for a second. She hasn't even had any sort of time to grieve or process all the things that are happening to her. She kind
At
of just
all.
like, I'm here in
I
King's
mean,
Landing. It's time to start ruling. Like, that's it.
Damon kind of woke her up from the middle of that because she wasn't even gonna do all this. Damon had to like motivate her.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, look, I mean, it worked. We got King's Landing, but at what cost, right?
Yeah.
So the episode ends with a dragon keeper rushing into King's Landing, who says that Tumbleton's been attacked. Right. So this is kind of one of those things that I mentioned earlier that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. What do you mean they took Tumbleton? Right? How are we there already? And why was there no battle? There was no honey wine. I know, whatever. Another battle cut. I'm not gonna, keep fucking harping on that. But it's like Tumbleton is like some late game shit for this season. How are we already there? Is this gonna be a sort of different angle that they're gonna go with? I don't know. What did you
I
think?
do think it's a different angle, but I also think they're trying to buy time for next season. I know that might sound crazy, but since they already cut last season short and they have so much to cover, I feel like that is kind of playing into part as to why they're cutting all these events.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? I mean, that's the only way I'm making sense of it.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, I expected Tumbleton to be, if not episode 7, episode 8.
Yeah.
But at this point, it might be episode 5
Yeah, no, 100%. So that's what's making me think like,
or 6.
what are you guys cooking right now? Like, I don't get it. Like, the pacing is just really weird. I know you did tell me, last episode I need to kind of separate the show from the books, but it's like, how? How can I do that when we are already at Tumbleton and it looks like Ormond is just going to try to set up a coup from within because Tumbleton's not that far from King's Landing. So what is he going to do? Start sending agents, start, sacking Tumbleton and putting everybody to the sword. And then the dragon keeper even told Rhaenyra, like, hey, you can't take a dragon there because that would be bad because you would kill innocent people, right? Someone should have told
I mean,
Damon that so he could just pull up
he's not lying, but because I mean, how would it look if on day 2, Rhaenyra burned
a city to the ground. Yeah.
a city that no, not a city to the ground, a city that declared for her
Hmm.
before she took the throne to the ground?
Hmm.
That would be messed up.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's like, is that the game that they're going to play? Like, oh, Ormond is going to keep sacking cities and Rhaenyra's just going to sit by? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Damon's gonna be in the Vale and or in the Riverlands,
Hmm.
so he might not even have a say in this.
Yeah.
So I think it might be a case of that. But I don't know. I think the angle they're going with Rhaenyra, I don't think she'll stay in the same place she's at as a character. I think her conversation with Allison kind of alluded to her losing herself.
Yeah.
So I don't think she's gonna be, like full of restraint for the entire season like she was in seasons past.
Hmm.
I definitely think she'll be a little bit more trigger happy and,
Hmm.
willing to act on things.
Yeah. I do think she's also going to be very paranoid, like most kings are. So, and also all the rats that keep showing up, right? Obviously, that was kind of alluding to the whole dinner scene with the rats, but it's also like, hey, there's a bunch of rats around me. And then, like, I'm not talking about like the animals, I'm talking about like all these people around me are fucking rats. They just want something from me. So I do think like she's gonna start getting paranoid as she starts getting more and more betrayed. She's gonna keep losing herself even more, and the paranoia is just gonna kind of take over her personality. I think to the point where that's where the direction that Daenerys was gonna go, but they just season eight just fucked everything up. We could have gotten to that point, but
Well, I actually think Rhaenyra is what D&D thought Daenerys was.
exactly, but they have time to build Rhaenyra up to being paranoid and being betrayed and changing, whereas Daenerys kind of like rushed in, heard a bell, and fucking lit everything up.
So, what do you think will happen next episode? Like based off the previews.
So I think Daemon is gonna pull up to the Vale and meet Rhaena next episode. That's gonna be interesting. I really hope it does happen next episode. I want to see that happen already. I think Aegon is gonna make it to Rook's Rest. Will he reunite with Sunfire next episode? I don't know. I think he's definitely gonna be in the area and start moving towards Sunfire.
That's probably coming soon.
Yeah, like if it doesn't happen next episode, it's definitely gonna be episode 5. So that's what I think is going to happen. And then I did see the preview how Mizaria was talking about the whole Master of Coin thing. So she'll probably get, new council members. What about you?
Yeah. I'm not sure if you caught when they were talking about like Beta's report that she reported that she saw Sunfire like dead and rotting.
Okay.
But I think she was referring to Melee's because like, at this point it's been weeks or maybe like a month or two. So she wouldn't really be able to tell if it was Melee's or Sunfire rotting. So I think she saw Melee's rotting, thought it was Sunfire, and reported it. So now Rhaenyra thinks, well, her whole council thinks that Sunfire is gone. And you see, that's a good plot twist. Not Theron. That's actually a good plot twist. Where, you kind of deceive the audience by giving a false report, but it's just the character themselves giving a false report. Like that's actually a good plot twist that'll pay off later. And yeah, I definitely think Sunfire is alive. I think it was a false report. And if not next episode, the episode after, we'll probably see them reunite or something like that.
Yeah. So the only problem with the Melee's thing is that fucking Kristen Cole paraded Melee's head throughout the city. So I mean, Melee's doesn't have a head, so I don't know how she would fucking confuse that. And also, Sunfire is bright gold. I feel like maybe she just flew over and saw Sunfire. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. There's just absolutely zero chance that Sunfire is dead. Like, there's no way they do that.
They also keep saying it.
Yeah, they keep bringing up Sunfire.
Even Alicent was like, his dragon is dead.
Yeah.
Like, they keep bringing it up.
So yeah, Aegon says it too. He's like, my dragon's dead. My fucking protectors are crippled.
Yeah, if he was actually dead, they would have just said it once or twice, and that's it.
Yeah. But there's no way he's dead, dude. There's no way. They're just doing that to kind of throw the audience off, just like they did, like you said, with the Pharaon shit. Like, yeah, I don't know. But there's no way that Sunfire is dead. I hope we see him next episode, but episode 5 more than likely would be when we see him.
Yeah, I agree. And do you think, based off the preview, I believe Mysaria is referring to like a new Master of Coin, where they want to blame it all on him? And who do you think they're talking about?
So in the books, it's supposed to be Bartimos Celtigar, and Rhaenyra has her little history with him. She slapped him around. She doesn't want to listen to him. He's very prudent and annoying, and in the books he does have a lot of taxes that he puts a lot, and the small folk hate him. So I would really hope that it's Bartimos Celtigar, but I wouldn't be surprised if they go another direction because fuck the source material.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna be him just because I don't know if you caught it, but they asked about the Small Council and Dragonstone, and Rhaenyra said like, "Fuck."
Oh, that the traitors, right?
Yeah. So I don't think they're going in that direction. I think she might make the new Master of Coin Torrin Manderly.
I could see
especially, after the conversation they had today.
Mhm.
Because,
Yeah.
like you said, they put some focus into these characters,
Mhm.
and most of the time it actually goes somewhere. So I think that conversation will lead to that. Also, since he kind of like, um, like he kind of tried her by saying that the reason why they're starving is because you put a blockade.
This is your fault.
So that might be her payback. Like, oh, since you know everything, I'm gonna put you as master of coin.
I would like that. I would actually like that, right? Like, I wanted it to be Bartimos Celtigar, but I actually think that would be pretty funny of Rhaenyra to be like, all right, big boy, you wanna say that it's my fault? All right, fix it. Go show us how you do it.
Yeah. All right, that's gonna do it for this one. Make sure to check out the Clank and Dragons channel. I'll leave a link in the description, and be on the lookout for our next week's episode.
See you guys next week. Peace.
Peace.